Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Gaming community. It is your host with the most, Avery LR32 here, coming at you guys with a special video today, making it one day before my birthday. So, and also on a side note, I also have a regional this coming weekend. Today is October 3rd, so this upcoming Saturday, I have a regional. I am going to be getting deck profiles of that, hopefully. So stay tuned for those. I know I haven't been uploading a lot. I've been busy with school, etc., etc. I should be free. The quarter ends for me, like the first quarter of school ends October 11th, so I should be able to kind of get back up with making videos. But I wanted to discuss the YCS this upcoming weekend, the weekend of my birthday. Now, of course, with it being the weekend of my birthday, I want my favorite deck right now, Dragon Rulers, to win the event. I really hope it wins. I'm loving the deck so friggin' much. It's so good. The draw engine is so fun. It's friggin' nuts, you guys. But anyways, besides the point, I wanted to discuss the YCS in general, and I'll probably make this a True Insider episode, which if I do, of course, you'll see it in the title. But for my newer subscribers, just real fast to cover True Insider, since this probably will be an episode of True Insider, just discussing the YCS. I forget the location, but it should be in the title of the video. True Insider. I used to be with a team called Team True Gamers. My friend Charlie Chaplin got out of Yu-Gi-Oh! And he was kind of the, I guess you could say, leader of our team. Our team just kind of disbanded from there because we were like, well, we don't really have Charlie, and it's just like our team wasn't really, super big, like, like obviously not anything like ARG or whatever. So we were just kind of like, let's just kind of quit the team. But it is something that I think is good to have on my channel, because it's something that I can not always fall back on, so to speak, but something that I know is there, and it provides discussion. Like, True Insider is meant to be something for players to obviously, as the name goes, get an insight into the game, whether it be me talking about the power creep, how much it's going to be, like how what's the word I'm looking for? Like, how much will you see the power creep in this format? How much, discussing decks that may be under the radar. Like, for example, I know Capital G was talking about battling boxers for God knows whatever reason. I have not yet seen that video, so please don't hate on me. But I thought battling boxers were bad, just saying. Or talking about future archetypes coming out like vampires, which I'm sorry to say, but they're going to be bad. No offense to all you guys that like vampires out there, but if you're going to invest in vampire stuff, you better get it cheap. Just saying, because I don't think the deck is going to be that good. That's just me. But these are, what you're looking at right now is the top 3 decks that most people will probably play at the event. But people right now are saying that the big 3 decks from 1st to 3rd is Dragon Ruler, Mermail, and Spellbooks. We saw last format, Mermail could go toe-to-toe, at least the title Mermail version anyway, could go toe-to-toe with Dragon Rulers when they had all their babies and stuff. And, of course, Spellbooks were up there as well. Mermail's kind of fell to the wayside once, of course, Spellbook of Judgment came out. Wow, that thing's actually still kind of holding its price. But anyways, don't know how accurate that is. But I do want to discuss these main 3 decks first, and then kind of go into the other decks as well. And also, if there are any decks that I forget, please be sure to leave it in a comment down below. But right now, the only real things that are popping into my head is Madolche, Mermail, Dragon Ruler, Spellbook. Maybe some stun like gadgets or something like that. Constellars. What else is there? Maybe some Light Sworns, Chaos Dragons. I mean, all your rogue stuff. But these are just the main 3 I want to talk about first, and then kind of go to the rogue and the stun and the anti-meta after that. So let us discuss why I think, honestly, I think Dragon Rulers are going to win the event. Not because of the fact that I love the deck or I'm running or whatever. I know it sounds biased, but hear me out. When you take the Dragon Ruler deck, you have, when you look at the engine that it has, it's essentially a nothing but draw engine and search and discard engine. Like, you have 2 Dragon Ravines, which allow you to pitch dead Dragon Rulers in your hand, or pitch dead or pitch a Flame Guard or Corseska, pitch anything that you need to get into your graveyard, then either send another Dragon Ruler from your deck to the grave, or send some kind of element that you don't yet have in your grave, so that you have it there in case you need it, or you need to search, or whatever. Or to add the Corseska tuner to your hand, or whichever Dragon Unity tuner you're happening to use. But if you're using Dragon Ravine, you should be using Corseska. Another thing is that you're also running 3 Sacred Sword and 3 Card of Constance. That provides for such a huge end, and you may be thinking, Avery, Card of Constance with 3, you only have 2 Corseskas and 2 Debris, you typically don't want to discard the Debris, blah blah. Well, if you're going against the mirror match and you're using Dragon Ruler and your opponent's using Dragon Ruler, and they go Card of Constance and pitch a Debris, they either have a way to get back the Debris, or they have a really crappy hand. And most times, especially if it's first turn, they are going to have a very crappy hand where they must draw 2 cards and hope that they can get out of that situation, or mud in the road, so to speak, to really get going, which is kind of what Dragon Rulers have to do. They really need to set up, especially if they don't get that blessed Jesus hand. Like, it happens, you guys. Like, I've been testing on DN, and I've had hands where I kind of have to be slow for a few turns. I have to get my materials in the graveyard with my Dragon's Ravine, or I need to draw with anything I can get. Like, I've had hands where I open up 6 monsters. It happens. I've opened up a Dandelion. I remember one hand I opened Dandelion, Corseska, Tidal, Blaster, Redox, and like a Debris. Like, there's nothing you can really do. You kind of have to just play it slow, set the Dandelion, pass, hope that they don't OTK you in one turn like I did Samurais on Dev Pro, and that friggin' pissed me off, and I ran out of time in Game 2, and I was going to win. So besides the point, you just kind of have to slow roll until you can really get what you're, until you are able to get what you're, to be able to get to your resources. They also have a Gold Sark. Gold Sark, they can banish any of their E-Dragons that they need. They can, I know me personally, first turn, if I open up Gold Sark, I immediately think Debris Dragon, because I can go Gold Sark to banish the Tempest, get me another Tempest, Corseska, or Debris. Typically, you're going to want to get a Debris, or even just Gold Sark for anything that you want. I mean, Return from the Different Dimension is a card. Return from the Different Dimension, it deserves to be banned. It is absolutely freaking busted. And, for those of you guys that didn't know, I personally didn't know when I was first testing the Dragon Ruler deck, and so I was playing it wrong all day at locals. But when you go Return from the Different Dimension, and you bring out your Dragon Rulers, at the end phase, you get one of each element back, because they start a chain. So, just fair warning. So, you may lose half your life points, but you're getting the Dragon Rulers back to your hand if they don't pop. So you could go Redox, Tidal, Tempest, Blaster, you'll get all 4 of those back to your hand. And I just lost my pen. Okay. I will use my water bottle here to move my hands around. I know I'm very ADHD-ish, it seems, so I need something to like occupy my hands. So in this case, go water bottle. But that was really, really off topic. Next thing is Mermail. Mermail, they're really good deck. They can adapt to anything, it seems. They have Abyss Lead to pitch cards out of your hand, which hurts a lot of decks. It hurts stuff like a Chain Burn really, really bad, especially if they can't get their chains off. Abyss Gaios is a card. It slows down a lot of decks. I mean, most of you guys know what the Mermail stuff does, and it seems like they're constantly always getting new cards that you have to know what they do. Spellbooks, of course, they just went back to what they were before they had Spellbook of Judgment. They have World of Prophecy now, so, be on the lookout for that. And I know that you guys kind of already know what these decks do, but I'm just saying, like what your big contenders are going to be because of these reasons. It's spellbooks, you guys. Like, really, Star Hall's a thing. If they get off that Star Hall, they're good to go. Madolche, Alexander Thomas made it a thing pretty much, and other people have made it a thing. It's a very good deck, you guys. Like, it's cheap pretty much. Like, you could probably get the whole main and maybe most of the extra for like 150 to 200 bucks. Like, it's not that bad compared to like the Dragon Ruler stuff, which, I mean, I spent a good amount of money on mine. Like, I bought a Dracosac for 70. I bought a Big Eye for 56 after I had sold mine for 70, but this was last format. I bought back a Dracosac for 56. I bought 3 rare Redoxes, a Tempest, 2 Tidal. Tried to buy an Orient Dragon, but they were out of stock. But you see what I mean. I mean, that adds up. That was over like $200 for what I had to buy. You know, Chateau and Ticket are good cards. Madolche Palooza is friggin' amazing. I mean, if they get that off, I mean, it's like their own return from the different dimension, except from the grave. I'm not too familiar with the Madolche effects, so I mean, like, and that's another thing too, is that the Madolche cards, I mean, not a lot of people are really gonna know what they do. You know, people are too lazy to read all that text, like blah 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 multi. Oh yeah, that's right. You can put your stuff back in the deck, but I can also do this. Wait, what do you mean? And then you just proceed to OTK them because they don't know what you're doing. So the surprise factor, especially in a diverse format like this, I mean, if Dragon Rulers win again, then it won't really be that much diverse. Just saying, because that will pretty much solidify what the tier 1 deck is, and it's Dragon Ruler right now. If you know, in the top, if you see Dragon Ruler, Mermail, Spellbook, I mean, that will definitely solidify what the top 3 decks are, being Dragon Ruler, Mermail, and Spellbook. You know, you're going to see your gadgets. You're going to see Chainburn, maybe Battle and Boxer. I know Capital, like I said at the beginning of the video, Capital G was talking about them. Apparently, they're a good deck. I don't know what they do at all. I just know that they have like a level 4 2000 beat stick and a few rare exceeds that are like really cheap. But you know, you're gonna see all the rogue stuff there. You gotta have your side deck prepared, you guys. You have to have your side deck prepared for every single possible situation. You need to side deck generic stuff. Like, I mean, removal cards like are still a thing. Like, I mean, you got your D prisons, you got your banishers, you got your DD crows. Use those to your best advantage, because Dragon Rulers, they have 2 decks essentially. You have the main deck, which they will go through very quickly, and they have their graveyard. They are essentially running 2 decks because they can play out of their graveyard like a mofo, and they can play basically out of their deck as well and do whatever they want. And if they get the Black Rose nuke off, it's freaking nuts. It is freaking nuts, you guys. Like, I was playing against Blackwing, and he had 3 back row, and I was able to Black Rose him to death, and he just could not come back from it because he had to blow all of his resources. And Blackwings too. That's another thing. Blackwings did come in 4th place at the last YCS, you guys. You're definitely going to see Blackwings. Probably people are still going to try and make them good. Maybe after this YCS, if they don't top, I would say it's safe to say that Blackwings are going to probably be under the radar. Just because so many things can outpace it. If they can't play out of their graveyard, they're screwed. You know, D Fisher and Macrocosmos, they are at 1, but they're not banned. They're still cards. But other than that, you guys, I think that's it. I've rambled on long enough. You know, be prepared for every possible situation. Side deck those royal decrees, you guys. You're gonna kick yourself in the face whenever you go against Chamber and you don't have any royal decrees. Royal Decree will be your best friend in that matchup. Royal Decree will be your best friend in the Madolche matchup, because Madolche Palooza is a card, and I'm pretty sure Madolches run a lot of traps. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure they run a good amount of traps. Stun. Stun is abusing the hell out of old traps like i.e. Raigeki Break, Sakuratsu Armors, Scrap Iron Scarecrow is a card. Wabaku. Royal Decree is the stones, as me and my friends say. So before continuing, no. You know, and I will talk about some of them in another video. But guys, hopefully you enjoyed. A like or favorite would be appreciated. Thank you guys for all the support. I know I really have not been uploading too much. I'm trying to get back on it. I've just been super busy. I got the regional this weekend to prepare for, but other than that, thank you guys for watching, and goodbye. Oh, and my last excuse, GTA 5. I'm just leaving it at that. GTA 5.